Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sandra here. I'm just going to go straight into this video, okay? Um Today I'm doing something very different from what I usually do. You know how you can have a palette and you're not sure how to use it or how to maximize that palette, and you end up hitting pan on some of the colors, and then some colors you just untouched because you don't know how to blend them with the other colors. So that's what I'm going to try to do today, and hopefully we can do that on more palettes. I'm starting with the Wahala palette. We're going to be using this palette to create 4 different looks, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this and that you learn something out of it. So we're going to start with just using one palette. I'm using a fluffy brush. We're going to use one shadow to create our first look, and we're starting with that purple color. Is called BU. That's what we're going to use for the first look. So we are starting, of course, with the outer corner, and like you're going to see, the purpose of this video, you guys, is just to see the technique. You want to see the technique that I'm using to apply the shadow on my eye. So we're starting with the outer corner, and I keep dipping the brush into the pan to build up the color until I get to the point where I like the color pretty much. So if you can, as you can see, there's kind of like a line, it's kind of like I just stamped the shadow on my eye. And personally, some people like that look, but I don't. So I'm gonna take that um smaller brush with a smaller tip. That brush, I think, is a Morphe M506, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to use that to just make circular motions on that line, just blending that out, because I don't want it to be like, I don't want that sharp line on there. And again, some people like it like that, but I don't. Personal choice. Yeah, so once I do that, I realize that I lost some color. So I'm going to go back into the pan, and I'm just going to stamp some more of the color on my eye. And if you notice, I'm not swiping the brush. I'm stamping it on my face. For me, I feel like that gives more pigmentation, that gives more color. So I'm going back and forth, just blending the shadow to make it look smoother. Now I'm going to use my setting powder to set underneath my brow area, and that also helps to blend the shadow even more. That's just a regular setting powder that I use, and I just like the effect. I like that white effect that it gives me at the top, or clear effect that it gives me at the top there. So yeah, that's it for this look. I'm gonna go ahead and complete the other eye off camera and just do the finishing touches. I like putting black shadow in my waterline. That's just a look that I like. And I'll go ahead also and put some of the purple shadow on my again underneath my eye. Yeah, right there. So that's the final look. I just cleaned up my face, and I decided not to do any lashes for this look. And the reason why I didn't do lashes is because, like I said, I'm doing 4 different looks, and each time I finish, I have to go and clean my eye and come back and do the next look. And I felt like taking the lashes off and on will be too much for my eyelash. So, but the look is gonna go very well with lashes. If you are a lash person, you can throw on a lash on that look. So that's it for our first look. For the second look, we are going to use 2 different colors, and we are starting off with the darkest color in the palette. It's not black, it's kind of like dark brown, and it's called Cis. Yeah, so we're starting with Cis, and then we are also going to use our first shimmer color, which is called Stand Up. Okay, so there are 2 types of color. We have a matte color, which is like the powdery, and we have the shimmer. Most times, like you see how we did the first look with just one color, it's better to use a matte color for that. And then for the lead color, you can go ahead and use a shimmer. All right, so what I'm doing now is that I'm priming my eyelid, okay? Always want to do that. You always want to prime your eye before you start putting on shadow. This helps for the shadow to pop more, and then it just gives you a clean base for you to put on your shadow. And I'm using concealer. I'm using a concealer to do this, but there are primers. You can also use a primer if you want. I use primers mostly when I want to go out, but for my videos most of the time I just use the concealer. So yeah, I'm starting with that darkest color. The dark brown is called Sis, and I'm putting that on the outer corner of my eye. And again, I'm just building it up the way I want it to, and move onto a smaller brush, and that helps me to blend in that color, because I don't want too much of it to be on the lid area where I'm going to put the shimmer color. I just want a little bit of the black to be like a shadow. So yeah, just blending in that black with a smaller brush. And then I'm going to go ahead again with my setting powder to set the top. You're going to see me do that on all my looks. I love the effect that it gives. Yeah, it helps blend out the top again a little more. So when I do that, now I have the lid space, and I'm going to do almost like a cut crease, but without actually cutting the crease. I'm going to cut my crease later on as we go forward, but for this time I'm just going to put the shimmer color on the crease, but I'm going to put it all the way up. I'm using that flat fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that color called Stand Up. It's like a light gold color, and I'm gonna put it all the way up to the crease area. And just again, you see me just tapping, tapping, and I just keep building up the color. What you can do here, if you feel like the color is not popping the way you want it to, you can spray your brush with your face spray, with your setting spray, and that will help the color to pop a little more. And if you cut the crease, it also helps to pop more, but I didn't want to do that on this look. So there you go, that's that look. I love this one. Again, I didn't have any lashes, but I still put my liner and the dark color underneath my eye. Yeah, so that's, yeah guys, so this is a simple look that you could wear for every day. You know, you could wear this to work, you could wear it if you're in a hurry going out and you don't want to take too much time to do your makeup. This is a simple look, and remember we use just two shadows on this look. So yeah, so on to the third look. Of course, we are going to be using 3 different shadows, and we're using Woke, BU, and Unafraid. And I'm just staying in the purple family. Maybe I'm inspired by my hair cover, you guys. My head cover. Yeah, so again, we are starting in the outer corner and blending it out all the way. And I'm starting with Woke. Yes, the lightest color. And I'm using that all over my crease. This is the first time that I'm starting, I'm going up on the crease area. And this color, we call those we call that transition. So yeah, that's the first color that you use, and that will help blend the other colors as you go down. Okay, some people start from the bottom with the darker color and then they go up, but it just depends on how I'm feeling. So yeah, I keep putting that color on until I get to the texture or the color that I really wanted, and that's what it is. So I'm going into the darker color now, and that will go a little below that. It's called BU. So that goes on the outer corner below the first color. So I'm doing kind of like a V shape to define my outer corner. And if you look at most of my looks, this is the best technique that I like. This is the technique that I do most of the time. I like to define the outer corner with a darker color. Sometimes it's going to go black, sometimes dark purple and stuff. But yeah, this is, and it's easy to do. If you put your transition, you put a darker color on the corner, and then you just put your lead color, which sometimes or most times is going to be a shimmer or a glitter. Yeah, so there I am, just blending in all those colors together. I try to blend that dark purple as much as I can to blend into the light purple, so that again we don't want to see that line, or we want to see very little of it, as you can see. So I'm blending that with a smaller brush, and then it's going to be time for me to just put on my lead color. And again, this technique you can use for all your colors. I saw a video where they call it the 3 shadow technique or something, I can't remember, but you get a transition color, you get your dark color, and then you get your lead color, and you're good to go. So there you go, the lead. I'm using again another fluffy brush to tap. I'm tapping, and maybe swiping a little bit, but not too much swiping. So I'm just tapping until I get the color that I really like, or I get it to what I want. And again, I'm taking that all the way up to my crease area. You're gonna have to learn your eye shape to learn to really find where your crease is. Some people have hooded eyes, so you can't really tell where the crease is, but I like cutting my crease high. I don't know, it gives you a bigger or wider space on your eye and makes your eyes look bigger. I like that look. So once I put that in, I take a smaller brush and I just blend up there in the crease area, because at that point you're going to be getting some of the shimmer color up on your lid, or past your lid, but on your bone, closer to your brows, and I don't like that. So I just blend that out. And again, that is our third look. Pretty, and it does go with my head covering, head tie, head scarf, whatever, guys. It goes with what I have on my head. So so yeah, that's my third look. And again, this look will go bomb with some lashes, you guys, but not today. Yep. So we're going into our fourth and final look. At this point, my eyes are popping because I've been cleaning them. Oh, it's a mess. But yeah, thank God it's our last look, and this time it's our fourth look. So guess how many colors we're using? 4 colors for this look. And for this one, we're using Unsilenced, we are using Fire, we're using Sis, and the final color is Gossip, which is the green. But you're going to discover that at the end of the video, I changed my mind for that Gossip. I don't use the green. I end up using something else, which is Rumors. So yeah, I'm starting again with Unsilenced, and I'm doing that as my transition color, going all over my lid area, going all the way up towards my brow area, and just patting. And then I'm going to go darker. I'm going to be using Fire, which is like a dark red color. I'm going to use that to define the crease a little bit more. And when I use that, like you're going to see, when I use that color, I had to sip something. My throat is getting dry. Yeah, when I use this color, it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, but hey, I just threw it on there. So I'm using Fire to define the crease a little more. And then I'm going to go into Sis again, which is a dark brown color. And I'm going to use that for the outer corner. That outer corner design or shape for the eyes is a technique that I love so much. I use it on almost all my looks. You're gonna see that most times when I'm doing like if I want to just go all out, if I'm going out pretty much, I would do that colorway, that look where I put the dark in the outer corner, just like I'm doing now. And again, this is a dark brown. This is not black, but sometimes I would put black on there. I just love that look. Yeah, so I'm putting that on the outer corner, and of course you blend it. Now what I'm doing is cutting my crease. I use my concealer, the same concealer that I use to set my lids. I use it to cut out the space that I want to put the lid color on. Like I said earlier, this will help that lid color pop even more. Okay, I just learned how to cut the crease this way, and it's so easy using a small fluffy brush. I used to use a small brush to define the line, but this technique, I realized you don't have to really define that line, because the shadow is going to go on top of it, and you're still going to blend the line out. Yeah, so you notice I'm using rumors instead of gossip, instead of the green for this look. Again, I wanted to stay a little towards something that's gonna go with the purple, a little towards the purple family. And this color is kind of rose gold, but it blends better with my headscarf than green. So yep, there I am putting, and it wasn't really popping the way I wanted it to, so I had to spray my brush for me to get it the way I want it. Now if you look at this, you see that there is a thick line that's separating the brown and the gold, the rose gold. So to give it a good transition, I went back into that red color rumors, and I put it in between. I just tap it in between the black and that, so that it gives it like an ombre effect. So instead of going from just dark to the rose gold, now we have like dark and then red and shading into the rose gold. How you see that? Yep, so that is the look. Yep, that's it. So I go ahead and do the other eye off camera just to complete the look. And for this look, I do a little bit of, what do you call it, a little twist on this look to make it look number 5. So you see how it is, it looks good and all. Well, I'm gonna have a little twist to give it a little bit of pizzazz. So I'm gonna add one more shadow on here. I'm going to take a tiny brush. This brush is actually like a lip brush, I think. Very, very tiny. And I'm going to go into that first lightest color that we use called Stand Up. And I will use that to just put it in the inner corner. Oh my goodness, look at that. It just changed the look. You see that? Just gave it a little bit of pizzazz and just took it to a whole nother level. Yeah. So technically we did 5 looks with this palette, you guys, and not 4. Technically it's 5 looks. So since this is my final look, I decided to go with my lashes because again, we are not going to be taking it out anytime soon. Yay. You see that? I love this look. This is my best look of all of them. Let me know which look you prefer, which one is your best look, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and share this video so that all your friends can take part in this fun we are having in this house, you guys. Let me know in the comment section which one is your best look, and if you have any palettes that you want me to try, let me know in the comment section. If I have the palette, we're going to do it next. We're going to do 4 or 5 6 looks with one palette. And thank you for watching.